Hey everyone, welcome back to the Movie Studio. Today I'm going to be recapping and reviewing Fuller House Season 5, Episode 11, Three Weddings and a Musical. A lot of stuff happened in this episode. There's a couple of iffy things, but let's go ahead and get into it. Okay, first of all, a couple of quick announcements. Again, if you like Fuller House, comment down below and tell me your feelings about the episode that I'm reviewing, or it could be overall. I've already watched all the series and I'm going through and reviewing them now. And also, second announcement, please, subscribe. I really, really want to get to 100 subscribers. We are at 93. We are so close. And third announcement, stay tuned for videos Tuesday, Thursdays, and Saturdays. And at 1 p.m. EST, turn on those notifications and you'll never miss an upload. Okay, so this episode, I loved this episode. I mean, I didn't love it. Okay, love's not the right word. I liked it. I thought it definitely brought some good vibes, especially the wedding expo, and the two other things that happened, like the more semi plots. I was like iffy on, and I'll talk about those in a second. But so pretty much, the first day of wedding planning arrives. DJ, Kimmy, and Stephanie head off to a wedding expo to prepare, and they disagree over what they want in the wedding. And when you think about it, that is like a real life situation. If you're having a triple wedding and those don't happen very often, you disagree on things. It's not uncommon. So I totally get where they're coming from in this sense. I'm hoping that you guys can kind of see that too. So kind of moving on, like you think about it, like DJ is like this planner. She likes she likes things going her way, and Stephanie and Kimmy do too. But I felt like all of their ideas like were so like off, and they're so off from the Fuller Tanner Gibbler wedding that we wanted. Like we wanted a backyard. The backyard was the obvious choice for a wedding. And instead they were throwing these ideas out that didn't make any sense, and they're like, okay, well let's do a wedding at the beach, and like let's have dogs at our wedding. It's like so not what you want at a wedding. Like I just felt like it was like so weird how like they had this like we had the perfect wedding in mind for like all three of them, especially DJ and Steve, because we've been waiting for them for a long time. Like ever since like the very beginning, we've been like waiting for them. And to be honest, like I really enjoy like the wedding disagreements because I don't know, but like okay, so moving on to kind of talking about some other funny stuff that happened at the wedding expo. So pretty much we got to see the return of Berta, and she's such a funny character. I'll actually talk about her more when I get to the episode awards. But when it comes to like wedding planning, it's obviously GJ's specialty. Stephanie and Kim are not the best at it, but I feel like it was like really cool, like to see them. They disagree, but like eventually their ideas come together, and by the end they're all happy, And I'll actually talk more about the disagreements later, but I thought the wedding expo scenes were like very fun, and it was something for all three girls to do together. I'm sorry, I'm probably ranting about this now, but like I feel like there's like so I don't know. I mean, I feel like out of all like wedding planning episodes, this was the best one. For that storyline. Last episode, I thought all the storylines were so connected, and here, like they're connected, but in a way they're not. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about the Ramona and Jackson school play thing. So pretty much, they're auditioning for Pippin, and that's a really good musical, or play or whatever. And Jackson gets the lead role, causing Ramona to get upset. So before I actually like talk about like that, I actually thought that this would be the wedding episode because it said three weddings and a musical. I was like, oh boy, they're gonna like be doing like a full on musical and the wedding. I was like, this is gonna be an epic episode, and it turned out to be the series finale, and that does make more sense. But just by the title, it was definitely misleading for every. I'm sure many other people. I was like looking on like fandom, like people are like writing fan fictions for episode 11, the episode that I'm reviewing right now, and all of them are wedding based, and then it's kind of disappointing because now like you can kind of see like okay, so there's like the musical, but like I'm kind of disappointed that we didn't even get to see the auditions. I feel like that there's like they always like keep it like in this type of show, they never like show the scenarios happening. They always just talk about them. Like for this, at least for the supporting characters, like they never shown like a performance besides the Nutcracker, and that was the only thing. And everything else, like school plays, wildlife things. So I don't know. Um, but so why did I feel like this was a repeat from season 4? You may ask. Only because I was I was disappointed, like because this feels like so like because last in season 4 there was the whole wildlife thing and like Jackson beat Ramona to it, and he did let her have it, and now I feel like how do I say this? I feel like I was just disappointed in how they like were repeating it. Ramona storms off because she's jealous, and Jackson feels bad. He tries to get the part to her, and she doesn't. You know, and like later on in the season, this happens too with the school musical. Jackson faking it for Ramona. You can tell that there's a special connection. But I was upset that it just felt like such a repeat to the 4th season, the whole wildlife thing. And I mean, it was like good. I mean, I really like school musicals and like people arguing over like getting the lead roles. I love that. I just thought it was kind of a repeat on the way that they set it up, and like Ramona being upset, she storms off, and just that whole thing. Like, I really have, I was just kind of confused on that thing. I'm hoping that you guys can agree with me too on the whole like scenario with like the school performance, and comment down below if you do, because I'm interested to see what you guys think about Ramona and Jackson's relationship. Just by this episode, you can you can always tell that there's like a grudge between them that's never going to be like solved. By the end, they do have a pretty good relationship, but ever since they moved in, like it wasn't that good. So I'll actually talk a little bit more about their relationship in my episode awards. But what did you guys think? Kind of this like repeat from season 4. Comment down below your thoughts. Okay, let's get to the final part of the episode, and that is the Steve and Max bonding scenario with chess. So, what did I think of the storyline? It was okay. It was definitely the bottom out of the three of them. And the only reason why, I mean, I loved, like, I'm glad that Steve is bonding with the kid. Last episode was Jackson, this episode was Max. But I was still kind of upset because, again, it was a repeat from season 1 because of, it was a repeat from season 1, sorry, because, I don't know. How do I say this? It was a repeat from season 1 because Max was being a sore loser, you know? And I just was upset by that scenario. I don't know, but comment down below what you think of that. I mean, they do make up, but like Max being a sore loser, that's exactly like the Jenga tournament with him and Tommy and Cosmo at the end of season 1. I was just kind of upset with how it came about, you know? Comment down below what you think about this whole like Max being a sore loser thing again. I did like the Steve and Max bonding. I was just disappointed in how it came about, like at the end. Like, you know, okay, so let's go ahead and talk the episode awards. Sorry I went to the slide for a second, but my favorite moment, I loved all the wedding expo scenes. I thought it was like definitely like I love like the three girls hanging out together. I love them going off to these things. But I thought that like in like previous like seasons they go out like you know to have like a fun party, you know, and like here it's like definitely more of a serious matter. They have to decide what they want at their wedding. So I did really enjoy the wedding expo scenes. Comment down below if you agree with me, but I really did. My favorite characters have to be the three girls, and their disagreements were a real life situation because you think about it. It's what the wedding is going to be one of the most important things in your life forever in your head. And you got to make it what you want, you know? And I'm hoping that you guys can agree with me on this because like I get it's a normal thing to disagree about wedding. I was waiting for this. And this was like the episode where they were figuring out what did they want at their wedding. And of course, every Fuller House episode ends with them coming to a compromise on the same thing, you know? So that's kind of my opinion on that matter, but I did like how they were able to come together at the end, but they have to face some struggles, you know, to figure out what they wanted, you know? So that's kind of my opinion on that matter. I'm hoping you guys like can agree with me that it was really good how they were able to like settle this disagreement a good way. So I want to talk about the most shocking moment. I have two of them. So the first one is Jackson beating Ramona for the lead part in the school play and him having a great singing voice. So as far as that one goes, I was like amazed. I never knew that singing was one of Jackson's specialties. He's just definitely a jock, and Ramona calls him out on that when he wins the lead role. And now I was like amazed. It was like crazy. And now I'm really glad that I am really glad that they did this. And they've explored Jackson doing other things. And the second one is Kimmy hiding Fernando in her bag. That was hilarious because Fernando's always been one to go off with the girls. I feel like it's such a fun character. He was on Dancing with the Stars, but I really loved how it was just so funny. Why would Kimmy have a big bag to put food in there so then Fernando can eat? Anyways, my overall grade is an A minus. It was a good episode, but it was not as good as the last episode, episode 10, the triple engagement party. So that's kind of my opinion on that matter. Um, so hopefully you guys can comment down below what you thought of this episode. I loved it. I loved this episode, but I didn't like it as much as episode 10. I just thought that there were some things that were the same, And comment down below what you thought. I think it was an A minus, just like the Stephen Max and the School Musical thing. I wasn't a huge fan of. So, anyways, I want to thank everyone for watching Whoopi Studio. Stay tuned for more videos to come. Like, comment, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so you never miss an upload. I love you guys. Thanks for watching the Whoopi Studio, and bye.